Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 23rd April 2025. In this video, let us generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, all of you please note, we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. You might be knowing it is a highly expensive training course, but we are providing complete free training, and all the training lessons are already available at our NeoStock YouTube channel. To access the training lessons at our channel homepage, click on the tab Posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab Community in place of Posts. In that case, click on that Community tab. So in both the cases, you get access to this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training lessons. You just click on the link. Now we are into supply demand zone price action course. I kept all the training lessons in this playlist. Okay, to access the first lesson, scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here, starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one, but according to my training instructions provided at our Telegram channel. I provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So please join at our Telegram channel from the video description. So once you join in the Telegram channel, at the top of the window, you can find pinned messages. Go to the pinned messages. And one of the messages are having all the training instructions in the pinned messages. So please learn this course according to those training instructions. Then only you will become a very good independent trader in the coming months time period. Please make use of this opportunity. Now let's get into the report generation. Okay, first I am going to generate NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. So starting with NIFTY, monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, this is a NIFTY monthly supply demand zone chain. In all the supply demand zone chain reports, look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. And look into the pierced column to find the pierced zones. And also look into the LTF trend to find the trend of the current time frame you have selected. Apply the same rules to the remaining supply demand zone chain reports. And also don't forget to pause the video before move on to the next report, because I am giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. Once you study the report, then you can proceed to the next report. Okay, next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the nearest demand zone to the current closing price is at serial number 24. And nearest supply zone to the current closing price at serial number 23. So let me adjust in the center of this page. Okay. This is a 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the nearest demand zone to the current closing price is serial number 31. Remaining all are supply zones. So let me keep this demand zone in the center. Okay. So this is Nifty 5 minute supply demand zone chain. So with this we have completed Nifty supply demand zone chain generation. Next we will generate Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. I am going back, changing the name to Nifty Bank. That is nothing but Bank Nifty. And starting with monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Okay, next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Okay, next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Okay, next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Okay, next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So serial number 5 is the nearest demand zone to the current closing price. So with this we have completed Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. So we have completed both Nifty and Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next we will generate finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. And for daily and above time frames, we will also generate price closed inside the demand and supply zones. And during this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. Okay, now starting with yearly time frame. Price closed inside the yearly demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Those who don't understand the structure of this report, I request you complete the training lesson 21.5. In that video, I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Okay, next. Price closed inside the yearly supply zone. No stocks are filtered. Next time frame is a half yearly. Stocks near half yearly demand zone, no stocks. Stocks near half yearly supply zone, also no stocks. Price closed inside the half yearly demand zone, we got 1 stock. Next, price closed inside the half yearly supply zone, we got 3 stocks. Next time frame is quarterly. Stocks near quarterly demand zone, we got 1 stock. Next, stocks near quarterly supply zone, we got 8 stocks. Next, price closed inside the quarterly demand zone, we got 14 stocks. We can further filter based on quarterly demand zone having quarterly EMA confluence. In the EMA confluence at quarterly demand zone with quarterly EMA confluence at the same time, trend on the quarterly should not be sideways, can be up or down. With these filters, we got 6 stocks. Okay, next, quarterly time frame. Price closed inside the quarterly supply zone, we got 14 stocks. Let's filter out of these 14 based on the quarterly EMA confluence. So we got 4 stocks. Quarterly supply zone having quarterly EMA confluence. Okay, next time frame is monthly. Stocks near monthly demand zone, we got 2 stocks. Next, stocks near monthly supply zone, we got 12 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly demand zone. First 17 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 20 stocks are filtered. We can further filter based on EMA confluence. That is monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence. And also trend on the monthly should not be sideways. It can be up or down. We got two stocks. Next, monthly time frame. Price closed inside the monthly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 35 stocks are filtered. We can further filter based on monthly supply zone having monthly EMA confluence. So we got 20 stocks. Scrolling the list down, total 20 stocks are filtered. Okay, next time frame is weekly. Stocks near weekly demand zone. We got 4 stocks. Next, stocks near weekly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 30 stocks are filtered. Okay, next, price closed inside the weekly demand zone. We got 4 stocks. Let's filter based on EMA confluence. At a weekly time frame, weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence. And also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It can be up or down. So we got 2 stocks. Okay, next, weekly time frame. Price closed inside the weekly supply zone. First 16 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 85 stocks are filtered. We can further filter based on the weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence. So we got multiple stocks. First 16 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. So total 31 stocks are filtered. Okay, next time frame is a daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near to the daily demand zone. We got 4 stocks. And we don't have any daily high liquidity demand zones from this list. Next, daily time frame. Let us find the stocks near to the daily supply zone. We got a big list. 25 stocks are filtered. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. Total 25 stocks are filtered. Let us identify daily high liquidity supply zones. Nifty IT is having daily high liquidity, but we don't consider because it is not listed in F&O. Angel 1 is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. AU Bank is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Bajaj Auto is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Britannia is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Laurus Lab is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. LIC Housing is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. LOTA is not valid, it is Piercer zone. LTF is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Titan is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Torrent Power is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Union Bank is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. UPL is not valid, it is a Piercer zone. So we have identified total 10 valid high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Okay, next. Price closed inside the daily demand zone. Total 5 stocks are filtered. Let us further filter based on the EMA Confluence. So none of the stocks are having daily EMA Confluence. Next, daily time frame. Let us find the stocks price closed inside the daily supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down. So total 86 stocks are filtered. We can filter based on daily supply zones having daily EMA Confluence. So with these filters, now the list is come down to 13 stocks from 83. These 13 daily supply zones are having daily EMA Confluence. So this is about daily time frame. Next time frame is 125 minutes. Stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. We got 3 stocks. Next, stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. We got 12 stocks. Okay, next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near to the 75 minutes demand zone. We got 8 stocks. Let us verify any high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones. Manapuram is having a 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. That's it. We have only one high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone from this list. Okay, next, for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near to the 75 minutes supply zone. We got 6 stocks. Let us identify high liquidity supply zones from this list. HUDCO is not valid, it is a Piercer zone. Motherson is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone. That's it. We have only one 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone from this list. So with this we have identified high liquidity zones from daily and 75 minutes time frame. Next time frame is 25 minutes. Stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. We got 9 stocks. Next, stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. We got 5 stocks. Next time frame is the 15 minutes. Stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. We got 9 stocks. We can further filter based on the zone confluence. That is 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. With this filter we got 4 stocks. Okay, next 15 minutes time frame. Stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. We got 7 stocks. We can further filter based on the supply zone confluence. That is 15 minutes supply zone with 75 minutes supply zone confluence. With this filter we got 6 stocks. And the first one and third one are not valid because they are having pierced supply zones. Okay, next time frame is 5 minutes. Stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. We got 11 stocks. Let's further filter based on the zone confluence. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. Now we got 4 stocks. Okay, next 5 minutes time frame. Stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. We got 11 stocks. Let us filter based on the supply zone confluence. That is 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. With this filter we got 4 stocks. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. Next we will generate bullish and bearish trade setups for different income trades. First, bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily. Entry zone demand zone, bullish or bearish at daily. Selecting bullish. Zone achievement VOZ. Minimum order enhanced score 12. We got 21 stocks. First 18 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame zones are daily demand zones. All these are all daily demand zones. Scrolling the list down, total 21 stocks are filtered supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. And all the entry time frame zones should be daily demand zones. So we got 21 daily demand zones. Out of these 21, some of them are having more high probability to get success. That we will filter based on the zone confluence. First, LTF, ITF demand zone confluence. That is a daily and weekly demand zone confluence. With this filter, out of 21 stocks, we got 10 stocks. In these 10 stocks, the daily demand zones are overlapped with weekly demand zones. And weekly trend is up in all the stocks. If weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence, then the overlapped daily demand zone is having more high probability to get success. So that's why let's filter based on EMA confluence and weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence and weekly trend is up. We got 6 stocks. These 6 are having more high probability to get success. Next we will look into LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone, Confluence supported stocks. Removing EMA filter. In the demand zone Confluence, 3 filters I have to set. First filter is already enabled, daily with weekly. Next, daily with monthly demand zone Confluence. Weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone Confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got only 2 stocks. Out of these 2, the first one is only having monthly trend uptrend, because this daily demand zone overlapped with weekly demand zone, both together overlapped with monthly demand zone. That's why we are looking into monthly demand zone having monthly EMA. The second stock you can't, because sideways trend you can't use EMA. So EMA Confluence at monthly demand zone having monthly EMA or not. At the same time, monthly trend should not be sideways. It should be uptrend, because it is bullish trade setup. So that one stock is filtered. So this daily demand zone having more high probability to get success. This is bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone supply zone. Bullish or bearish at daily, I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhancer score 12. We got 7 stocks supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. And entry time frame zones are daily supply zones. Let's further filter based on the zone Confluence. First filter LTF, ITF supply zone Confluence. That is a daily supply zone with weekly supply zone Confluence. We got 7 stocks. And weekly trend is down. Let's filter weekly supply zone having weekly EMA Confluence. So 4 stocks are filtered. They might be having more high probability to get success. Next, we will filter based on LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone Confluence. Remove EMA filter. Supply zone Confluence, we should set 3 filters. Daily with weekly already enabled. Daily with monthly supply zone Confluence. Weekly supply zone with monthly supply zone Confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 5 stocks. So daily overlapped with weekly supply zone, both together overlapped with monthly supply zone. And monthly trend is down in only 1 stock. Let's verify if this stock is having monthly EMA Confluence. Downtrend, because it is bearish trade setup. So that stock is filtered. So this supply zone is having more high probability to get success. Daily supply zone. This is bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, I will generate quickly. I will reduce the commentary for the remaining reports, because the same commentary applies to the remaining reports. Next, I will look into bullish trade setup weekly income trade. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Entry zone demand zone. Bullish or bearish at 75 bullish. Zone achievement VOZ. Minimum order enhancer score 12. And also 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So that means zone is not pierced. Minimum value 0, maximum value. Which zone? 75 minutes demand zone. So 11 stocks are filtered. Bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, entry time frame zones, 75 minutes demand zones. Next, high probability zones based on LTF, ITF demand zone Confluence. That is 75 daily demand zone Confluence. We got 7 stocks. And daily trend is up. In the EMA Confluence, daily, checking daily demand zone with daily EMA Confluence. We got 3 stocks. So these 375 minutes demand zones are having more high probability to get success. Always look into the search strategy. Next, 75 daily and weekly demand zone confluence. Removing EMA filter, the demand zone confluence. We got only one stock. Bullish trade setup for. So that means 75 daily and weekly zone confluence. Bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. And HTF trend is up. If weekly EMA confluence, let us check. So that stock is not filtered, not having EMA confluence. So this is bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly, entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. Bullish or bearish at 75 bearish, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhancer score 12, 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So with these filters, we got 8 stocks. They are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. So let's verify the high probability zones based on zone confluence. First, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence. It is enabled with this filter. We got all 8 stocks. Now we will filter based on daily supply zone having daily EMA confluence. Only one stock is filtered. This 75 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success. Next, LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence stocks we will filter. 75 minutes daily and weekly supply zone confluence. Sorry, this one. This is already enabled. Next, 75 with weekly, daily with weekly supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 8 stocks. In all these 8 stocks, daily, 75 minutes and weekly, all are overlapped with each other. But in these downtrend stocks, let's verify if any of them are having weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the weekly should not be sideways, should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. We got 5 stocks. So these 5 75 minute supply zones are having more probability to get success. So this is bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, we will look into daily income trade supported stocks. Bullish trade setup, daily income trade, entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, demand zone, bullish or bearish at 15 minutes. I am selecting bullish, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhancer score 12, and also 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So with these filters, we got 12 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. And entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zones. All these are all 15 minutes demand zones. So So total we have 12 15 minutes demand zones. In that we will look for high probability trade setups supported stocks based on the zone confluence. First 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter. So we got 10 stocks. And 75 minutes trend is up. We will look for 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. With this filter we got one stock. So this 15 minutes demand zone might be having more high probability to get success. Next we will look into 15, 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence supported stocks. Removing EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, 3 filters we have to set. First one is already enabled. Next 15 with daily demand zone confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 2 stocks. That is 15 minutes demand zones are overlapped with 75, both together overlapped with daily. And daily trend is up in both the stocks. Let's verify any of the stocks daily demand zone having daily EMA confluence. Both are filtered. So both these stocks are having more high probability for these 15 minutes demand zones. This is bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame 15 minutes. Entry zone supply zone, bullish or bearish. At 15 minutes I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhancer score 12. And also 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So with these filters, we got 4 stocks. Let's filter high probability setup 15 minute supply zones from this list based on zone confluence. First filter 15 minute supply zone with 75 minutes supply zone confluence. By enabling the filter, out of 4, we got all 4 stocks. In all 4, 75 minutes trend is downtrend. Let's verify EMA confluence on the 75 minutes. 75 minutes demand supply zone having daily EMA confluence or not, we are checking. So we did not get any stocks. Okay, fine. Next, let us look into LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence supported stocks. First filter is enabled. Next 15 minutes with daily supply zone confluence. 75 minutes supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 4 stocks. These 15 minute supply zones are overlapped with 75 minute supply zone. Both together again overlapped with daily supply zone. And daily trend, HTF trend is down in 2 stocks. If any of these 2 stocks daily supply zones are having daily EMA confluence, then those stocks are having more high probability to get success. Let's verify. And also trend on the daily should not be sideways. It should be downtrend because bearish trade setup. So we got 1 stock. So this 15 minute supply zone is having more high probability to get success. Maybe that is the reason why this zone is already tested 12 times. Okay, this is a bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Next we will look into hourly income trade supported stocks. Entry time frame 5 minutes for bullish trade setup, entry zone demand zone. Bullish or bearish at 5 minutes, I'm selecting bullish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhances score 12. And also 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got 14 stocks. These 14 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame zones are 5 minutes demand zones. We have 14 5 minutes demand zones. Let us find the high probability trade setup supported stocks from this list. First one, LTF ITF demand zone Confluence, that is 5 minutes and 15 minutes. Demand zone Confluence. Enable the filter. All 14 stocks are filtered. So 5 minutes demand zones overlapped with 15 minutes demand zone. Let's check any 15 minutes demand zones are having daily EMA Confluence. So one stock is filtered. This demand zone might be having more high probability to get success. Next we look into LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone Confluence supported stocks. Remove EMA filter. In the demand zone Confluence, 3 filters we have to set. This is the first one already enabled. Next 5 minutes with 75 minutes. 15 minutes with 75 minutes demand zone Confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 6 stocks. So 5 minutes demand zones are overlapped with 15 minutes demand zones. Both together overlapped with 75 minutes demand zone. And 75 minutes trend is up in all the stocks. So let's verify if any 75 minutes demand zone having daily EMA Confluence. So only one stock is filtered. So this demand zone having more high probability to get success. This is bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Next, let us look into bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone supply zone, bullish or bearish at 5 minutes, selecting bearish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhances score 12, and also 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got only 2 stocks supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. And entry time frame zones are 5 minute supply zones. Let's verify these 5 minute supplies are having ITF Confluence. That is 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone Confluence. So with this filter, we got 2 stocks, both the stocks. And 15 minutes trend is down. Let's verify any of these 2 stocks are having 15 minutes supply zone with daily EMA Confluence. None of them are having. Removing EMA filter. Let's look for 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone Confluence. First filter is already enabled. 5 minutes with 75 minutes supply zone Confluence. 15 minutes supply zone with 75 minutes supply zone Confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got only 1 stock. So in this stock, this 5 minute supply zone overlapped with 15 minute supply zone. Both together again overlapped with 75 minute supply zone. But 75 minutes trend is sideways. So we can't filter based on EMA Confluence. So this is about bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. And in the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices, remaining all are equity stocks. So I'm scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there pause the video. After that you can proceed further. Scrolling the list down. So total 233 stocks. So this is the end of the report. I hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.